So before I get into this, you might want to watch my part 1 of One Punch Man Season 3 Explained, which you can find in the top right hand corner, just in case you're confused or not up to date with what I'm going to be talking about in this video. And just like in the previous video, I'm not going to be going over every single detail. This also allows you to discover some things for yourself in case you haven't read the manga yet. But I'm also going to be spoiling a lot more in this video than I did in the previous, like major plot points and fights and the results of them and whatnot. Of course, not everything, like I said, but a lot. So if you don't want to know what's going to happen in Season 3 or in the manga, check out now. So as I left off in the previous video, we have all of the major players set up for the upcoming war that's going to be taking place for the rest of this arc. The S-Class Hero Strike Team with the support of some A and B-Class heroes, the Monster Association, the side team of Bang, Bomb, Fubuki, and King, Garo by himself, and of course Saitama is in the mix down there as well. So, back at the Monster Association, Royal Ripper is about to kill Tario, who he originally abducted after he defeated Garo with the assistance of Bug God and seemingly killed him. But as we discovered, not only did Garo survive this encounter, he received a power-up as a result and returned to the Monster Association to save Tario. And he does just that, as he literally busts through the wall and immediately blows Royal Ripper apart using Bomb's Whirlwind Iron Cutting Fist. Now back in the possession of Tario, Garo tries to escape from the Monster Association, but in the process, winds up running into one of the dragon-level executives by the name of Overgrown Rover. Slowly and carefully, the two are surprisingly able to escape Rover, revealing that the huge powerful monster appears to have a mentality similar to that of an actual dog. But in turn, this leads Garo to encountering 3 demon-level monsters. Garo is able to fend off all of these monsters, but winds up inadvertently provoking the still nearby Overgrown Rover as a result of their fight. Just one of Rover's blasts is enough to vaporize the demon-level monster, showing how incredibly powerful he really is. Now, with no choice left but to fight, Garo tells Tario to run away as he goes into battle with the executive. Garo's attacks have no effect on Rover, but to much surprise, Garo is able to survive direct hits from Rover's blasts, further showing how much he has improved since surviving his near-death encounter with Royal Ripper. What follows after this is a one-sided beatdown by Rover, which showcases his ability to spam these blasts, which completely destroy his surroundings and even cause major tremors on the surface of Z City. This is the reason why Saitama decides to investigate the underground disturbance, which I alluded to in my Season 3 Explained Part 1 video. As a result of the destruction caused by Rover, Garo winds up in the presence of Giro, who goes on to reveal their plans for Garo, which is essentially turning him into their strongest disciple via repeating the recovery from death power boost dynamic. Giro also reveals that this is how they made Orochi as powerful as he is, and also reveals that Garo has even more potential than him. Garo, of course, refuses the offer and goes on to attack Giro, who at this point is revealed to be a disaster-level dragon. After some mild struggle, Garo proves to be too much for even Giro's Esper powers, and this causes Orochi to step into the fight to save his master. This is the big reveal of Orochi's fighting abilities, and he does not disappoint as he begins to transform into a Resident Evil-esque T-Rex monster with many serpent dragon appendages, all of which are capable of firing heat beams that can even melt the architecture of the Monster Association. Despite putting up a valiant effort, Garo is easily defeated by Orochi, who is even holding back as to not kill him per the request of Giro, who still has plans of converting Garo. This is the last time we see Garo in the current story of the manga, as he went unconscious as a result of the massive one-sided beatdown. Meanwhile, the S-Class Strike Team arrives outside of the Monster Association's entrance and is greeted by a horde of monsters. The Strike Team, along with the help of the support team consisting of A and B-Class heroes, slaughter the small army and begin to enter the Monster Association, leaving the A and B-Class heroes on the surface. Now inside of the Monster Association, the S-Class heroes begin to encounter the strongest demon-level monsters of the association and fight them one by one. Flashy Flash encounters the 2 ninjas, Hellfire and Gale, who we saw in Season 2, give monster cells to Sonic in hopes of recruiting him to their side. It's revealed that all of the ninjas come from the same original ninja village, which Flashy Flash and Sonic come from the same class, while Hellfire and Gale come from 7 classes above them. Flashy Flash fights both of them at once, but quickly proves to be too much for the duo. The ninjas then transform into their monster forms, which we also saw in Season 2. However, it's revealed that they are disaster-level dragon in these forms. Flashy Flash is now forced to fight 2 dragon-level monsters at the same time. But even this is still not enough to take down Flashy Flash, who goes on to defeat both of them simultaneously after a mildly difficult fight. Meanwhile, Child Emperor, who was looking for Narinki-san Waganma, the Monster Association's hostage and main leverage, confronts Phoenix Man, the very same monster who saved Garo at the end of Season 2. Child Emperor easily defeats him and successfully retrieves Waganma from his cell and proceeds to escort him to the surface. However, it's revealed that Child Emperor didn't finish the job against Phoenix Man, who goes on to resurrect himself, like a phoenix, into a new form and attain disaster-level dragon. The resurrected Phoenix Man quickly proves to be too much for Child Emperor, who is forced to use his ultimate creation, in which he pilots a giant Gundam-esque mech by the name of Brave Giant. After a back-and-forth battle, Child Emperor is able to defeat Phoenix Man once more, but this leads Phoenix Man to resurrect yet again and achieve another power-up. Now in his Brilliant Eagle form, Phoenix Man has Child Emperor on the ropes, who goes on to use his ultimate move, the Millennium Emperor Nova, in which he shoots a gigantic Kamehameha-esque beam, which blows through the entire association out onto the surface and into the sky. But due to his energy absorption powers, Phoenix Man is barely able to survive even this crazy attack. After some more back and forth, Child Emperor eventually figures out how to defeat his overpowered opponent and removes his suit, finally killing him once and for all. Meanwhile, Zombie Man confronts the demon-level monster Pure Blood and eventually defeats him in an awesome back and forth battle which displays the crazy Deadpool-esque abilities of the S-Class heroes, along with a very impressive arsenal as well. Amai Mask goes on to confront the female demon-level monster Super S, who we also saw in Season 2. He quickly defeats her with no difficulty whatsoever, showing that Amai Mask is definitely on the S-Class level if there was any doubt up until this point. Puri Puri Prisoner is up to the bat as he confronts his fellow former prisoners who were turned into monsters after eating the monster cells provided by the Executive Neon in Season 2. But before he can get through to them, Neon shows up out of nowhere and attacks and almost kills Prisoner. To much surprise, Prisoner is able to survive this attack and gains a new ability and power-up during this fight. It's also revealed that Prisoner reminds Neon of his former owner when he lived his life as a normal cat before becoming a monster. This puts Neon at a psychological disadvantage against the S-Class hero, to which the Dragon-level executive retreats from their fight, leaving Prisoner to accidentally kill his former prison friends, but become more powerful as a result of their encounter. Meanwhile, Super Ally Darkshine confronts Bug God and destroys him with one blow, despite the demon-level monster transforming into a seemingly more powerful form. We meet back up with Saitama, who had been aimlessly wandering around the Monster Association at this point, who by chance happens to encounter Overgrown Rover, the cause of his original noise complaint. Saitama punches Rover so hard that the resulting shockwave can be felt by everyone down below. Meanwhile, Tatsumaki confronts Giro Giro, who uses their full power on her. This, however, is still completely ineffective against Tatsumaki, who easily and literally rips Giro Giro apart. It's at this point revealed that Giro Giro appears to be just a puppet being remotely controlled by the true Esper mastermind of the Monster Association hidden somewhere else. The shockwave caused by Saitama's punch on Rover alerts Orochi, who investigates what caused it. This leads to him confronting Saitama. And you guess what's going to happen after here? The two go on to have an epic fight sequence where Orochi shows his true power and his true form. Orochi shows beams that rival that of released Boros and appear to have the potential to wipe out full cities. But of course, this is still nowhere enough to defeat Saitama, who goes on to kill Orochi with a single punch through his head. After this, all that is left is for the final battle between the executives and the S-Class heroes to be had. And of course, we can't forget about Garo, who is still yet to wake up. I assume that this might be the end of the first part of Season 3, considering that so much is going to happen, and it seems unlikely that they're going to be able to contain every single element of everything in this war within 12 episodes. So I guess season 3 might play out the way that Attack on Titan does, breaking up into 2 parts. So if it does, I guess this would be a good time to end season 3 part 1 at, with Saitama defeating Orochi. But regardless, I'm going to end the video here, and I'll pick up things at a later time in part 3. So if you liked the video, please give it a like, and let me know what you thought about all of this in the comments, and what are you hyped to see most animated? I can't wait to see all of this in an anime form, but, like I said before, it's going to be a while before we get this actually made, like 3 to 4 years probably, but, it'll be worth it, I suppose. So I also have a Patreon, gives you access to a weekly Q&A video that I do, and if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.